young Bobby Madison grew up the only child of a New York baker when he lost a bet with his father and he knew to never bet on the Jets. He had to eat the moldy piece of bread. And that's the day he became Bread man! Bread man! Bread man! That's how we should start it off. We came up with a new superhero.
Bread man.
His name is Bread Man. And when Bread Man first started off, like, he wasn't good. He couldn't figure himself out. He had bread bombs and he has bomb butter, right? So he has bomb butter.
But it's tacky butter so that his bombs stick.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, butter is kind of tacky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that slides, right. So a little bit tackier than regular butter. But when he first started, he used to have like a knife and he had to butter the bread and then he had to throw it and it took a while. But now he's so good, he just has it strapped to his arm and it's one swoop. The bomb butter goes on the bread and boom, he throws it. And on his hips,
they're toasters.
He has two toasters. The toasters electrify the bread. And so the toasters flies up in the air. He grabs the bread.
And
a la Gambit.
And then he has a super toaster.
But the super toaster can't come in until you're at a boss level.
Yeah.
And then his arch nemesis, or, well, not necessarily his arch nemesis, but one of the bad guys in this world is, of course, ATM. ATM, he lands, he's this big boom. Oh, and what he does is he shoots coins
out of his butt. This is coin slot. Because from SpongeBob, remember that one episode where he goes, I found the coin slot.
So he lands and he's like, whoa. It's time for you to make a withdrawal, Bread Man.
And it has a slow-mo of his butt cheeks. What is that called? Reverberating?
Sure.
I don't know.
The ripples from the impact.
The rippled butt cheeks.
And then it goes in, all the SpongeBob, and you see a real close-up with
the nastiness.
The nasties.
Of like the
stuck to the coins as they're flying at you. And you're like, oh no, ATM's at us. And so we're hiding.
Oh my god. And then it cuts to a scene of a close-up of Bread Man. And one of like the things is just a little speck on his face. And he doesn't notice.
Waiting to pair.
Okay.
Waiting to pair. Successfully paired.
Successfully Paired. I was watching it down there and it didn't even really get in the frame. It's fine.
All right. So for episode 3, Katlyn, I am super excited. And I'll have to remind, I guess we should have a formal intro. Successfully Paired is a father-daughter duo talking about things that struck our interest this week. And we're starting it off, well, I'm very excited. For the memes this week. I feel they're sophisticated. And who doesn't want sophisticated memes? And they're great.
Are they like funny? Are they like the evolution of memes? Or are they like Leonardo's?
No, there is.
Insert one of Leonardo's face.
No. One of them is a meme inside a meme inside a meme.
Okay.
It's pretty impressive, if I don't say so myself.
So it's the evolution of a meme.
Sure.
It's not necessarily sophisticated.
Right. Are you going to rub that chapstick just like all over? It's kind of like a Joker scene. You're going to start climbing up.
Ew.
All right.
I put too much on because I was trying to be funny and it wasn't funny.
It's not funny to shove too much chapstick in your face.
No.
Okay. So, who's going to go first this week?
I don't have COVID. Okay.
Okay, well then
Who's
fine.
going first?
I'll go first. Starting us off, cue things that make you go.
Make you say,
Things that make you go,
You know, these aren't jokes. These are thoughts. These are things that make you say,
Things that make you go, Things that make you go,
Things that make you go, All right, so I get to start this one off, right?
Okay.
All right, so this time in episode 1, we're going to bring this back to episode 1. So in episode 1,
Okay.
I told you a particular story about a boy who liked to eat wieners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he come out as gay yet?
This week, we explore in the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. We will put the actual probable cause statement for the arrest, the police report right here.
Okay.
And I will read it aloud to you. Aloud, I just want to say that, man. Okay. The victim and the defendant reside at the same residence in Bradenton, Florida, a mother and son. The victim contacted the Manatee County Sheriff's Office in reference to her 22-year-old son, the defendant, intentionally throwing sausages from a can on her. Sausages. And putting his hands around her neck. She was able to breathe, and it did not obstruct her airway, and pushed her backwards. The victim explains that her and the defendant were in the kitchen area when the defendant asked the victim to make him some food. The victim stated that she told the defendant she will, but to give her a few minutes due to being busy. The victim said that the defendant got angry and threw the remaining sausages at her, which caused one of the sausages to hit her right in the eye. The victim said that the defendant then placed his hands around her neck, pushing her back over. There was no visible injuries on her eye or her neck area at the time, but there were visible bruises on her legs and arms from previous incidences with the defendant. When talking to the defendant, the question was asked what was going on between him and the victim. The defendant stated that he was in the kitchen eating when all of a sudden the victim walked up to him and bumped him. The defendant stated that he got mad, so he threw the remaining sausages at her. The defendant stated he did not do nothing wrong and said he would not have done it if the victim would have said sorry. So his story is his mom bumped him, didn't say sorry, so he threw sausages at her. And her story is she was going to make the sausages and took too long, so he threw the sausages at her.
But didn't she say the remaining sausages?
Yeah, because he had a can that had remaining sausages in it.
Okay.
So, episode 1 is the boy who ate wieners, and episode 3 is the boy who throws wieners. No. I thought that was good.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
But did it make you go,
Yes, because I couldn't believe I found a story about a kid throwing wieners 2 weeks after finding a story about a kid who ate wieners. That's all.
Okay. I like it.
Does that make sense?
I like it. I don't necessarily like doing the whole story for what makes you go,
No problem.
So I'm
These episodes are supposed to be way faster than what I do.
I know. I'm doing my own thing. And wind. I just don't understand it. You've explained it to me so many times.
Tides go in, tides go out. Who can explain it?
I know. I just don't understand wind. I understand tides. That's gravity in the moon. But
well, that's actually a thing from a guy on Fox News who said tides go in, tides go out. Who can explain it? And like everybody was, everyone can explain it. What do you mean?
But it's just like wind.
You know, there was a guy who also, like a politician, who was concerned about the things we were building on an island because he thought that it was too much on one side and we could cause the island to tip over.
Just like how sea levels are different. Talking to you, Sean. Because he watches these, right?
He might, who knows.
Talking to you.
Leave that just anonymous individual who doesn't know how sea levels work. Water displacement. When water rises in one place, it rises in all places that body of water touches.
No.
But anyway.
No, it's different.
I got you.
But wind.
Yeah. It's very neat, yes.
How does it work again?
It's just hot air going up and cold air going down.
Oh, and then does it like push it and squishes the air and then
that's it.
I understand it now!
That's all it took. What are we paying our public education system for?
I get it. So it's because it compresses
in different ways. It's in a 3D environment, 4D environment. So it's pressing from top to low. And that's all a tornado is cold, hot air rapidly rising, surrounded by cold air.
Oh my god! Learn something new every day.
Have I failed as a father of not teaching this earlier?
I don't know. I think that's the school system.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame the school system too. Like you didn't live with me or something. For things to make it go Moving on to I just want to fly through so we can get to the joke, to the meme.
Okay.
My meme is so great. I can't wait to show you guys. All right, coming up next in the news. Welcome back. That was our in the news fancy intro that I made. Now the question is, did you follow the birth date thing for this week?
No, I didn't. I found a funny one.
We're supposed to follow the Florida thing.
Okay. I'll do mine live.
Okay, so you're doing live while I tell you my story. Okay, so we were supposed to play the Florida game.
He said this once, yelling across the house while I was in my room.
The communication loop was obviously effectively completed. So, which is the Florida game. Type your birthday. Generally, you're just supposed to type your birthday and date, the month, the date, and then put Florida man, and you see what comes up. But I did mine, and she didn't do hers, but that's okay, because I'm going first this week. My story comes out of Boston.com. Why it comes out of there, I don't know. But on October the 11th, I forget what year, 2019, all I had to do was read. Florida man accused of forcing small alligator to drink beer. Timothy Kepke and Noah Osborne were charged last week with unlawfully taking an alligator. This story comes from the Associated Press out of Palm City, Florida. Authorities say they've arrested a Florida man who provoked a small alligator into biting his arm and poured beer into the animal's mouth. News outlets report 27-year-old Timothy Kepke and 22-year-old Noah Osborne were charged last week with unlawfully taking an alligator. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission officers began investigating in August following a complaint of Osborne catching the alligator in Palm City and handing it to Kepke. Kepke appears in the video to let the reptile bite his arm, while the video shows Kepke feeding the alligator beer as it struggles to be released. What will Florida rednecks not do? He's leaning out of his boat. Bro, how are we going to catch it? Just use your arm as bait, and then his mouth will already be open, and we can get him drunk. And then a neighbor or somebody in the area is filming it so that they can report it to the police. So somebody's also at their house filming this.
They're just like sitting there like,
what is happening? They're probably like calling the police at the moment. They're like freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
It's like animal rights people. Because otherwise, I can't see us calling. We would just be like, did that dude just put a beer in that alligator's mouth? What?
I'm gonna go back to the dishes.
So, what was your real-time story?
My Florida man?
Yeah.
Mine is... I clicked on it and then it's not here. Let me go back. It says, man shot and killed over parking space. But when I open it, it doesn't give me a thing. Oh, it gives me a video.
Oh, that stinks.
So, Florida man was shot and killed over parking space. Brittany Jacobs says Michael Drake confronted her after she parked in a handicapped parking spot outside of a convenience store in Clearwater. Surveillance video shows Jacob's boyfriend leave the store to defend Jacobs. So, and then Draka, I don't know, then pulls out a gun and shoots McLaughlin in the chest.
So some guy came up to complain about them parking in the handicap spot.
So the father died of 3 short
The other
times
guy
later.
came up and killed him because he complained that there were no handicap spot.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty gruesome story. It's terrible.
That's mine.
Well,
That's the only thing that comes up for...
depressing news this week. Womp, womp,
all of mine are about getting shot.
Jeez. That's what happens in July, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Things go down in July, son.
Son.
That's what's in the news, Florida man. What about your other story? Did you want to tell your other story?
Oh, my other story was, the headline was cows lose job after milk prices drop.
Was that a
And
Babylon bee?
it was talking about how the cows are like shortened, and
That's funny.
I thought that one was funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Yeah.
Oh well, we have to revisit that one later.
Yeah.
That's been in the news.
Remember.
Remember Tatooine? Remember the torture droid? Hi, Nimby.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
If you know what's good for you, maybe. Oh, yeah, hi, Nimby.
Let's do you remember? All right, do you remember for this week? I am super shocked that you haven't done this yet. Do you remember what the story that you would always go to whenever you wanted to embarrass me?
Darth Vader started himself. Is that the one we're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
So I figured I had to start it
Okay.
before you could use it against me.
Okay.
Right.
So you were like, oh God, I just thought of this. We have to do it now.
Right. So, are you want to tell the story or want me to tell the story?
It's a secondhand story. Like, I only know the second, like,
It's
I know
hearsay.
through people. So you tell the story because it was you.
Very simply put, things happen.
I've never done this, Dad.
And one day I was at work in the police department with my uniform on
And his favorite underwear,
and my favorite underwear that day.
Darth Vader boxers.
Darth Vader boxers. They were really cool, comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look neat. And I had a mishap. Where I thought there was air, and there was solids. And so,
and then he texts Mom. Or did you call her?
I texted her.
He texts Mom and says Darth Vader sharded himself. Period. That's it. So Mom was doing a little cycle in her brain, like, what? And you can keep going.
I like these pair of underwear, like I was saying. So I didn't want to lose them.
So he brings them home in a grocery bag, tied up,
That's what I
with
had.
doo-doo still on.
No, it's not. It's just solids, baby. Solids. We were using code words.
So solids still on them.
Yes.
And tells Mom to clean them.
Because I wanted them back.
He walked away and Mom just goes, trash can?
Sad. I lost my favorite undies.
I tell everybody that story.
I know. Whenever you're going to get me, especially. All right, so what's
When
your
you
version?
say something embarrassing about me, I go, oh, do we want to bring up Darth Vader? And then I bring up Darth Vader. So mine, because it's getting cooler, and Castles and Coasters is down the street with an awesome putt-putt course, I thought we would bring up the first time I went putt-putting and whacked you in the shin with a golf ball.
And where were we? Oh, that had
That
to
was
be.
Idlewild.
That was. Is that what it was called?
Or Carowinds.
No, it was the one in by Pittsburgh, the kid one. What was that called? The one that had come along.
Oh yeah, that was Idlewild.
Idlewild. Excellent park. If you have young kids.
Huggin' song. Just don't get on that ride.
There's a, what is that from? Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had the come along to the castle hugging song.
And it's a whole ride.
Little train ride with a
Just
puppet
says
show.
that, and it's horrible.
Don't
do it.
It
Don't
gets
do
you.
it. We still remember it to this day.
And we're going along, it gets stuck in your head. And you're like, come along to the castle hugging song.
And then everybody's like, stop it!
But it was this extremely fun park for
Yeah.
like kids under maybe 8 years
And
old.
there's like a campsite right near it,
Mhm.
and we camped right by like a creek,
Yeah, it was excellent.
and it was super duper fun. Super
duper fun, okay? It's huge. And you took the, so your particular story is
It was
playing
my
putt-putt.
first time putt-putting.
And apparently she thought you had to drive.
I thought we were actually golfing.
That's how we were golfing, apparently. Hit about a 40 mile per hour right into my shin. But that's okay. She was so cute at that point in time.
We have we have a scrapbook that we can pull up some
Sure.
photos of if you guys.
I'll put some. She was the cutest darn kid. She could have get away with murder at that point in time. I don't think anyone would have objected.
And then at that same park, there's like a little ball pit sort of thing, and I was jumping into the ball pit holding
yeah.
my nose. Why would I hold my nose in a ball pit?
That's how cute she was. She jumps into the ball pit, hold her like, oh. That's so great. I hope I can find that
And
picture.
then, so we're going into a bunch of stories. So we have a tradition where we go to an amusement park for my birthday. We haven't done it in a
Couple years.
couple years. We were moving around a lot for a while. But Steve coming off.
Which one? Best
Edit
parks
Steve.
or?
No. Okay. So we always have a thing where with every amusement park we go to stupid shows.
You know, I actually have that set to talk about the amusement parks as one of the future ones. But yeah, we go to the shows.
We go to the stupid shows. So at this one, we went to there was like this little group.
Oh,
And we went to every single show. We had to. We showed up early to go to some of them.
They were car crashes, and
They were so bad, and we couldn't miss them. And then your brother and mom got called up on stage and had to dance with the people. It was so great. Okay.
Yeah, they were great.
We'll do amusement parks for another story.
Okay, are we going on to songs now?
Yeah.
All right, song of the week.
Are you ready? It's almost time for.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Good morning, world. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Took it all, no acting hearts. What was still to come between you and I? You ran away, left me with pain. Now it's here to stay, blows me away. And now I sit monkeying on, looking down.
Oh, okay. So you're right.
Granduncle.
Granduncle? That's when it's your grandparents. That's what I was thinking.
Great-uncle or granduncle.
Oh, that's funny.
Your granduncle's child is your father's cousin.
Right.
So, yeah.
You got it right.
Yeah. That's funny. You learned something new. I learned about wind. I learned about tornadoes. Now, I learned about granduncles.
Yes. So,
Granduncles.
the song of the week, I guess I'll just play it in.
That was
beforehand.
pretty good.
But that's Brian on guitar, and that's Johnny Williams on the bass. I went to school with John Williams, and we worked at that Subway together. So that's the John who I worked with at Subway.
Gotcha. He used to work at Subway, so I always make him make my sandwiches because they're better.
I don't know if that's why. but
It is. All of your sandwiches, the proportions and seasonings are perfect.
Yeah, maybe.
So
I'm not sure Subway taught me
sandwiches.
that, though. So, interesting. That song, very good song. And that's Bright Oaks is the name of the song. Bright Oaks is the neighborhood that John used to live in, the bassist.
Oh.
So when you see those roads going around, that's the actual Bright Oaks neighborhood.
Oh, that's cool.
And your great-grandmother lived at 33 something in Bright Oaks as well. So,
Oh, not now though.
no, back in the
Back in-
day.
okay.
Yeah, so I used to go over there all the time.
That's
I think
funny.
that's kind of a funny thing that goes
Yeah.
back. But I mean, they're pretty good. I
Yeah,
was
that
always
was pretty good.
yeah, I don't know. I guess personalities always get to bands and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But that didn't sound
Yeah,
bad.
but check that out. I'm going to upload more Johnny songs to that Fluid Theory channel. So go ahead and look at that channel. I know we can play that in here. I know that's not copyrighted, and we have permission anyway, obviously. That wouldn't make sense if we didn't.
Mine is Nirvana. So recently we just found their Live at the Paramount concert. Best concert that they've ever done. Like professional
At least that I've seen.
Yeah. Obviously MTV Unplugged will always be a cherished thing, but they are just so together and it's jamming.
Rockin'.
It's so good. This whole album, you can just like put it on and go through the whole thing.
Yeah, so we'll obviously have to put a box. It actually would be right here.
Yeah.
So we'll put a box where you can click to go
You're
right
a
to that
little too
link.
high.
And it will also, no. We put normal stories here, but the other ones go.
Oh, the little
The
eye
little-
thing.
Yeah, exactly. The information bar. Right, it'll be right up there.
I
somewhere.
hope that it's right there centered.
No, well, it will be, but then it opens up like that. Right, so hopefully. So we'll put it
Can you
up there.
please try and
I'll
time
do
it
my
out for
best.
that? Okay. And so my favorite song that I've been putting on like repeat is Aneurysm. So
Yeah, I'll have to agree with that. They are killing it. It's one
So
of the
good.
One of the things I really like about the White Stripes that we were talking about before is how Jack just really plays the song differently almost each time, and he's really into the performance. And in this one, you can see Kurt and Dave Grohl. I mean, Dave Grohl is really into the
He's
performance.
going.
His timing is perfect, and Kurt's being creative in the middle of playing.
but they're
It's just
still
excellent.
together. It's the most together
It was
they've
awesome.
been, like the most professional.
Yeah, you want to listen to that song over and
Yeah.
over again. For
As
some
I
reason.
do that.
Yeah.
I just keep it going.
Yeah, this kid was born after Kurt died, and I don't. Think
I
that
would
was
sell my soul to go see that concert. I would go to that one specifically. I would not go to the
Well, we have to
NCT
see all the
Unplugged.
other ones first and see.
What? The other songs?
Well, we have other concerts to watch. I ordered DVDs.
Yeah,
we'll
but
see. I agree with
pretty
you.
sure that's
They were
the
killing
one.
it. You know those people didn't appreciate it.
No, but in the background. So just
Oh,
listening to the
yeah.
songs, just listening to the songs are really good. But you have to watch like the videos because that's when you actually see how jamming they are. And in the back of Aneurysm, there's this boy that's like doing all of these horrible dance moves,
funny.
but he's enjoying it.
He
and
is living it.
He is taking in that concert. He
Most
will always
definitely is.
appreciate that.
I'm sure. Wonder if we could find out who that person is. It'd be
Oh my
interesting.
god, that would be so funny.
Hope you enjoyed the songs of the week. Now are we moving to memes?
We can.
Are we really?
Yeah.
My goodness, is it time?
I have to get
I
mine.
hope it's time. Please tell me it's time.
The term meme is a shortening of mimimi, which comes from ancient Greece, mimema, meaning an imitated thing. A meme is an idea, behavior, or style that becomes a fad and spreads by means of imitation from person to person within a culture, and often carries symbolic meaning representing a particular phenomenon or theme.
You can tell I'm struggling to make it through this. Why I have this weird thing where my voice just disappears from time to time.
I think it's funny when he's in an argument and it happens. And
Oh, if I get excited, it's prone to go out.
baby
Yeah.
voice.
And I'm like struggling.
And
So.
you're trying to get it out, and it's like, wrong.
Okay, so I get
So
to start.
yours are funny memes. Mine are more like related to what we actually do.
Come
Mine
on,
are,
I'm waiting so bad.
Mine
I'm
are
excited,
like
memes.
mine are more serious. Yours are.
Okay, so now the meme inside a meme inside a meme.
The meme inside.
Leonardo DiCaprio, you already called it. You called it from the very beginning. Leonardo DiCaprio, when he gets on the internet and sees he makes up 90% of the memes.
You
So
took
that-
off your phone.
That's another meme that's of Leonardo where he's pointing at himself doing the drinking of the cup
That's
from the
so
other
funny.
meme because he does, and the meme that's the third meme is that Leo really is like 90% of internet memes. And so, to make this even better, I hope you enjoy the meme because that will be here somewhere. I did not take down the frame.
You did not. Or the picture. Frame and the picture.
Epic fail. I might take it out. If my head hasn't crossed it, I can still take it out. I bet it
Your
hasn't.
arms have.
Shh, nuggets. You're right. I don't know what to do.
It's just our fail. It'll be
Terrible fail.
It'll be part of our funny end of the year.
It's not funny
thing.
to know that I failed at preparing my scene. I'm supposed to be a pro at this. Okay. So now here's the thing that I found.
No, I know what you should do. When you're editing this,
Mm-hmm.
you should zoom into the canvas while we're talking and just like crickets chirping, like zoomed in, and then like I think it would be funny.
Chirp, chirp.
Chirp, chirp.
So then I had to ask myself, what is with Leonardo DiCaprio being in all of these darn memes? So I found an article. Why There Are So Many Leonardo DiCaprio Drinking Memes by Nicholas Ayala. And basically what he gets down to is that the thing about Leonardo DiCaprio is it really comes down to two things. He just happens to be in these good movies where he's got a moment to shine where he's holding a glass. And that's instantly memeable because you can put anything in his hand. But the conclusion that the author makes, which I would have to agree with, is that Leo is 90% of internet memes just because he's such a good actor that his facial expressions do convey a lot of information, which is the point of a meme, to convey a lot of information in a short amount of space. But that one where he's drinking that's from Django Unchained. His face is so smug that it conveys utter arrogance to the extreme.
And you hear the
oh yeah, you can hear it. You're right, you can hear it. So the conclusion that we all have to, that I would agree with, and maybe you would too, or I would love to hear other ideas, is that Leo is just that good of an actor that his facial expressions convey so much.
I would agree.
Okay. You're mean.
Oh, so I kind of have two. Like I said, mine are more like practical. Yours are a little bit more funny. So this one is.
Well, that's my rule.
What?
My rule is that I can't save a meme that I see for you and you unless I'm sitting there and I chuckle out loud. I have to literally LOL
Okay.
for it to qualify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mainly base mine off of more of what, like, oh my god.
Our little Moosey is snoring.
No.
Dreaming.
She's barking.
Yeah, she's so cute. They can't hear her though, so let's keep going. Come on. It's so crazy. Stop. Come on.
Okay, I think we're good. She's just so cute. Okay. So, this is like a Teletubbies one almost.
I think that's what every dude rapping on the corner is.
Yeah.
Right? So read that out loud for the people.
Do you ever walk to the beat of your own music in public and you think you look really cool, but you probably just look like this?
And then this is a Teletubby
Well, it's
awkwardly
inserted
walking.
here. Right?
Yeah. But some people won't always have the screen up.
Oh, yeah. And then it's a Teletubby just like frolicking
Right.
in the field.
So, which definitely reminds me of every dude walking down the street rapping who thinks that they sound good rapping.
Yeah.
They're all terribly
It's so
wrong.
funny.
Terribly wrong.
And then the next one is when you're winning the argument with facts and they start attacking you personally instead of addressing the topic, and it's just Jim Carrey smiling.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's so frustrating. You're just like,
okay.
oh. Okay. I thought we were gonna have a serious conversation.
So that's not necessarily a meme. I just thought that related to you.
Well, his face is kind of a meme. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's trying to convey a lot of information in a look. Sure. And by the way, this is being filmed on my new camera, so I hope I have the settings decently.
Hey, Dad.
I've been waiting for this thing for
You
forever.
do realize that they can see that one, right?
Oh yeah, that's okay.
That
Big
phone
deal.
stand.
Yeah, I don't care if they see it. That phone stand right here. This is the one controlling my fancy new camera up there, so I can. No big deal.
Okay.
Yeah. It shows how cool we are. I got a fancy gripper and stuff.
My Polaroid tripod.
No, the other part.
The
top
gripper.
part. Yeah, I just bought that. It's cool.
Joke. Mine is I love dad jokes, so I'm just gonna keep it going with the dad jokes.
Great dad jokes.
What do you call a dinosaur that is sleepy? Or that is sleeping. Sorry.
Sleeposaurus.
That one's good, but no, a dinosaur.
Okay. Sleeposaurus, dinosaur.
Yeah, I like that one. A sleeposaurus.
Okay, dinosaur makes more sense. A little bit more sense.
Okay.
Any more?
No, I just have one.
Okay, I couldn't help but pull two this time.
Okay. You always have to one up me.
Yeah, no, I wasn't trying to one up you.
It's because I can now beat him in games.
Sometimes. Most times these days. All right. So this is from Rodney Dangerfield. It's just a quote that he had. And he's a comedian.
Okay.
He's one that goes, "Can't get no respect around here."
Okay.
Never heard that though. He was funny back in the day.
Okay.
So, since I'm graying, and Mom made the comment about how you must be making me more gray,
I am not.
said, "It's great to have gray hair. Ask anyone who's bald." So
funny.
that reminded
I like
me
that.
to make sure that I don't ever care about having gray hair, because I will admit, having gray hair is way better than being bald.
Yeah.
Sorry, bald friends. There's lots of you. So the other joke is more of like a statement, and I'll put it up here to look awkward, even though I did the background incorrectly. And this is something I guess I pulled up because this is something I very much strongly believe about myself. And then this is saying it's a good thing that I believe this about myself. So of course I will pull up things that confirm my bias so I feel better about myself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's, if you can't look back at your younger self and realize that you were an idiot, you're probably still an idiot.
Yeah.
Which.
So you're not an idiot, is what you're saying?
Well, that's what this is saying, but there's no comparison. We don't know where on the idiot scale I am.
Yeah.
Right.
So you were an idiot when you were my age.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we talk about this a lot.
Yeah. Profound idiot.
Yeah.
And every time I look back at something I wrote 2 years ago, if sometimes people will be like, "Oh man, this is really good," and all I'm thinking is, "Man, that was written by an idiot."
He did not use Grammarly.
Right, Grammarly. If you want to write Grammarly.
Grammarly.
Okay, so I enjoyed this week. We are we're gonna film again soon because we got to do our Halloween special
For Chicago.
from Chicago. And the bears
That was for you, Abby.
and the police sheriff. We're going to do the costumes. I have my costume picked out that I got from a Goodwill store. Now her costume
I didn't buy a single thing.
right, and that was your rule 2 years in a row. And the last costume, wait till you guys see the picture of her last costume.
Last year I did mostly things.
Okay.
I never bought something new. I bought it from Goodwill, or I had it.
Okay.
Because I bought the hat
Okay.
from Goodwill. That was it though, just the hat. So you'll see that on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then my Halloween one this year is so good.
Yeah. It is a good one. She's practiced it, so I've seen a little bit of it. So you guys will enjoy it and see who you can pick out. See what you guess that will be. My hint is that I will be cute and she will be in the music industry. We will have a special guest for that performance for the Halloween episode. And the Halloween episode will be a totally different format, arranged specifically to celebrate the holiday.
And we won't have...
Things in the background.
It's funny looking at the...
Okay,
things.
join us next episode, which will be the Halloween special. Goodbye.
Turn it up.
Please subscribe to, like, and share Successfully Paired, and while you are here, check out my professional channel, Dr. Michael Wood, for police and management discussion. Additionally, head over to the production team's channel, Fluid Theory Productions, for music, weddings, commercials, and more.